instituted this India at 75 week, just so that we ourselves, as a country, start becoming accountable, each one of us, each corporate, each stakeholder, and we actually measure that, year on year, as we move along this journey of 7 years, how much progress are we making? What is that progress? What are the great things that we need to accelerate? What are the things we need to just kind of, not prioritize now, realign priorities and kind of make sure that we get to, all the targets that you have done. It's been a very wonderful interactive session. May I now request Nitin Deveshwar, who's the chairman of the CII Vidarbha Zonal Council, to kindly propose a vote of thanks.
Distinguished speakers on the dais, Mr. Adi Godrej, Mr. Ramadurai, Mr. Navani, and Mr. Virendra Gupta from CII. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you. We are here today on a very special occasion to celebrate the birth anniversary of a great visionary, Professor C.K. Prahalad, who was gifted to us by God for the betterment and development of this country. I draw a parallel to what Krishna told Arjuna in the Gita. He said, "You are the chosen one." Similarly, in our times, he chose Professor C.K. Prahalad to give this country a direction and a vision. India at 75 is a vision which Professor C.K. Prahalad often talked about. And he was absolutely positive and had the energy to not only deliberate, but also draw out a plan, which today we are working on. His passion had actually no boundaries when it came to development. I take a leaf from my personal interaction with him where he was extremely passionate about developing entrepreneurship in the small towns in India. And as a leading member of TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs Association, which was founded in Silicon Valley, and when they decided to open new chapters in India, there was a talk on opening new chapters only in the big cities of India because the Silicon Valley entrepreneurs felt that the small towns of India didn't have the potential. Professor C.K. Prahalad was the only one who stood out and he said, no, the small towns are the future of India. And we found TIE opening up in cities like Nagpur, Hubli, Jaipur, and a whole lot of other small towns. Parallel to this is what we are witnessing today, the foundation of smart cities, 100 smart cities announced by this government. Somewhere all this is getting aligned. Somewhere all of this is going to catch up to the vision of India at 75. We were yesterday at Aurangabad where CII started a series of conferences on smart cities. Aurangabad and Nagpur are the two sister smart cities of Maharashtra state as announced by the government. What deliberated there was quite interesting. It was, on one hand, the technology and the initiatives, but on the other hand, we spoke about the people participation in it. A lot of questions that were asked today were also deliberated yesterday at Aurangabad, whether the NGOs, the people at large, and a few things came out, that ultimately it is us who have to awaken our souls. The awakened souls have given us a path to walk on. We have to start from small things. We have to believe in Swachh Bharat, not only as a campaign, but also in our own surroundings. And when we walk these small steps, are we going to take the giant strides that everyone has been talking about? The skilling targets, as Mr. Ramadurai mentioned today, are very much in sync with the entrepreneurship passion that our Honorable Prime Minister has shown and which Professor C.K. Prahalad always believed in. As Mr. Godrej rightly put, that if there are 10 skilled people, an entrepreneur can get created and he can create greater value. And why not? Make in India would be a possibility. Apart from the initiatives that are being taken today by the government, there are a whole lot of initiatives that are happening at local levels in the small towns, where people are slowly getting aligned to this way of working, taking India forward. The government in the last 10 months has announced a whole lot of initiatives, Skill India, Digital India, yesterday it was Handloom India. And all of this is eventually going to create the India of the future, India at 75 that we have been talking about. I think we are only fortunate to have visionary leaders like Mr. Godrej and Mr. Ramadurai, who are present amongst us, who will be leading us into this journey as we take India into the next leap forward. A special thank you to Ms. Tanya Dubash and Mr. Sam Balsara to have made it today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good, perfect. No, we should definitely catch pace. I think you missed the whole, thing on the India piece, which I talked of, but we should connect. I think you had some. Yeah, yeah.